latest on Gordon and Rickard, I suppose, first, and then any other?
Yeah, they're all available for selection. Das, they had a look at him yesterday, and he's just got bruised ribs, sort of bruised rib cartilage. So he'll be, we're confident he'll be available for selection on the weekend. Straussy the same. So.
Yeah.
Any other? There's no other issues at the moment.
No, obviously, also confident about Rob Carney. That he'll be available for the weekend as well, because that'll be his first run out. So he's keen to get some game time as well.
Yeah. What about the longer term guys, Fitzgerald and Shuttleworth?
Yeah, again, there's no real update on them. They're sort of they're going from week to week, and I think as we get closer to the time when they're going to be available, I think it'd be easier to put some dates down. At the moment, they're still a good way off, so it's pretty pointless trying to sort of give you some dates because they're not really set in stone yet anyway. So.
I suppose you want the international back to Wednesday then. Does that kind of scup any plans you have for this weekend for Connacht?
Yeah, I suppose so. It obviously makes it harder because we've got a Friday game, so it means that we train tomorrow and we have Tuesday off. So really Wednesday is going to be our only training session, so it probably forces our hand a little bit in terms of selection and stuff.
Pressure is on really to get the team reintegrated now. You've got Connacht, Munster, Heineken Cup coming up.
Yeah, exactly. I think we were just looking at. I think we changed from Scarlets to. The Dragons we changed 6, and then from the Dragons to Treviso we changed 11 plus 1 positional, and then from the Treviso to Edinburgh this weekend we changed 7 again, and then we're going into this weekend again with sort of all the lads who are in national camp. So getting them then back into it is going to be hard. So we're going to clearly there's going to be changes again for this weekend, which. I guess from the coach point of view, they just sort of look from week to week, but it obviously is a concern. Like you say, trying to get some rhythm into our game. Coming up into the Heineken games as well.
I suppose out of the 3 interpros during the season, Guy, this would always be in the past maybe looked as the easier touch out of the 3, but I suppose is it becoming a tougher and tougher game as the years go by?
Jeez, I think going down there is as tough as anywhere. I think we had a very narrow win. The drop that dropped below the bar last year. We had a very narrow win down there, and we certainly don't view it as an easy touch at all. I think it's a particularly difficult place to go, and it's going to be very tough for us on Friday night.
The weather's turned.
Yeah. Well, at least this might get us ready for it. If we can have a bit of a run out maybe this afternoon, at least I get a bit of an idea of what it might be like. But I think they've made it into it's a good rugby ground now, and the atmosphere is good, and I say it is a particularly difficult place to go. And these interpros are really important to us as well in sort of the context of our season.
Just on Rob Carney, you mentioned earlier, he's obviously a guy who keeps himself and good nick all year round. Is he the type of player, do you think he'll just slot in easily on Friday if he is selected to play?
Yeah, I don't think anyone finds that first game easy. I think you only had to sort of listen to Jamie after last week, where he just said he felt like he'd been hit by a double-decker bus, from about minute 1 to minute 80. And I guess, the problem is that a lot of the players, certainly, in the opposition team, they've obviously had a run of games, and they're sort of 6 or 7 games into their season, if you include pre-season games, while, I think everyone knows that it always takes 3 or 4 games to get yourself really into a rhythm, and so Rob's no different to anyone else in that respect. Is that there's bound to be some rustiness there, but he's obviously a fantastic player, and hopefully he'll overcome that okay.